Hello, good evening and welcome to this evening's edition of GCBC. Joining me as always is my co-host, Mr. The Waitrix, Sandy from Sweden. How are you?
I'm good. All good.
Good. That's what we like to hear. And also joining GCBC for the first time is a coach who has one of the finest players in the UKBBL playing for his franchise at the moment. And that's Saint, of course. It's Ceremal. Hello, Ceremal.
Good evening.
Nice to have you with us for the first time. Popping your
nice
cherry.
To be here as well.
Excellent. Popping your GCBC cherry.
That's right.
So, looking at the fixture lists at the moment, if you just refresh it, folks. Oh, I should bring up my lovely face. Should do that. There is a very big match that's just popped on live from Altdorf East, and that's the Mountain Thorns, who are third, against Liquid Light, who are second in that division. So that's the game that we're going to capture, but obviously there are a number of other matches going on at the moment. Holmrook Storm Boys 1, San Jose Chihuahuas 1, that's from Altdorf East. Heavenly Golden Mountain versus Jumpin' Jacks. Is that AFE? I want to say that's AFE. It's certainly Tier 4. Astral Cosmonauts 0, Lorenzo's Dracula Revamped 0. That's from Tier 4 as well. Yorkshire Roses, ex-Presidents. I think we caught Yorkshire Roses earlier in the season. The Red Rock Dragons versus Flames of a Shut. That's late in the fourth quarter. It's still 0-0. It's going to be finished soon. The Baddest Bashers versus Rivendell Riders and Potatoes. Oh no, that's the Baddest Bashers is conference. Potatoes going to potate against Barlin's Ballsackers. That's also Tier 4. Mountain Thorns and Liquid Light, we're going to go there very, very soon. And from one of the other conferences, Comedy is Dead versus Alexis's Fire Emblem Females. Coming up on the show tonight, by the way, Ceremal and Waitrix going into the Mountain Thorns versus Liquid Light now.
Yep.
Let's bring up that. There we go. Would help if I actually double-clicked it. Good evening, 20 Phoenix. Good evening, Gruff. Good evening, Sebo. Good evening, Yak and Bob. Nice of you to come and join us for GCBC this evening. And they're still setting up, so we haven't missed anything. Eldril Sidewinder is on a display. We caught the kickoff there. Wonder what else these high elves have got on their team tonight. Let's have a quick look at these two teams. So we've got a wizard from Alex Archer. There is a royal box. Doubles all gains and losses of Fan Factor. You don't see this very often at all. Where's the royal box? I want to see it. Where's the royal box? Must be somewhere else. Must be somewhere. I'm going to have to go on a free camera. You don't get to see the... There it is. It actually is a royal box. That's actually quite nice. I've not seen that one before.
No, it's very rarely used.
Well done, Fat Man Boozer, just for having the raw box. I suppose if you're struggling to get Fan Factor. He has got fame, to be fair to him. Raw box, there we go. You don't see that. Good evening, Charlie Banks in the house. No, you haven't missed the draw. The draw will be done at half time from this, how would you call it, Charlie? This OP match from Tier 2 with Elves, with their Agility 4 nonsense, and this bashy Chaos Dwarf team that has Chaos Dwarfs. Good evening.
Don't forget about the Agi 5 catcher as well.
Is there a nonsense Agi 5 catcher? Oh dear. And good evening, Pilgrim Pod, as well. Nice of you to join us. I've been asked, actually, I have to give this right now while we have Pilgrim Pod in the channel. I have actually received a very, very nice message from one of the admins to give Pilgrim Pod and his Kettlebrook Giants a special shout out on the show tonight. Halfling team in Griffinswood East. Not only have they overcome a dodgy fixture list compiled by somebody who doesn't like halflings, which meant that their first two matches were against Chorfs, and then there was a Lizardman team, and in those three matches he managed one draw and two marginal losses. And then match day 4 he actually managed to pick their first win of the seasons against the Pro Elf team from that division, 2-1. and they were already in the lead for the Golden Boot, and they've added about 130 points in match day 4. So shout out to Pilgrim Pod. We salute you, sir. Pilgrim Pod, super halfing coach. There we go. Congratulations to you. So let's introduce our guest. What can we say about Ceremel? He is a admin over in the Twitch Blood Bowl League, I believe. Is that correct, Ceremel?
That is right. Yep.
Based in the Lower Midlands in the UK. I'm not going to count it as Hertfordshire.
Yeah, I'm in Luton at the moment. Not for much longer. For about another 4 or 5 months, something like that. Then
Are you moving?
Back to London. Yep.
Yeah! Back to London. Yeah. Which part of London?
Wanstead.
Oh, never mind.
The other bit. The other bit, yeah.
What, the posh end?
It's a bit posh around there.
It's a posh end of Wanstead.
Right.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Nice. Must be minted then if you're buying property in London.
Well, no, but it's okay. We've got it sorted.
Ceremel, you're
Anyway,
sorry.
It's not about property, is it?
It's about the way of life.
Yeah.
Ceremel, which division? I think everybody knows where Saint lives, but which division you ply in your trading at the moment? You're West Side, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm Prem West.
Prem West with the team that really
hanging in there.
Hanging in there, and the only reason that they're still around is because of one person.
Yeah, because no one will buy him.
Okay, and you feel bad about not selling him.
Well, I just think players like that have got a place in the league.
Okay.
You know, so I thought I'll stick around and see what happens. Took my first loss last night against Tap, who I always lose to. Every single time. But apart from that, the season's going okay.
Okay.
I've been tipped for the bottom half. But put my nose out of joint a bit. I was like, right, okay, that's not happening.
Who tipped you for bottom half?
Whoever wrote the write-up, I've grabbed their name from my memory.
Was it Agnash?
No, he does the East, doesn't he?
Oh, he does, of course he does, yeah. Who wrote that? That'd be Farron then, wouldn't it? Prem West?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, you got it in for Farron is what I'm hearing. Good evening, Mr. John. Nice of you to join us. Oh, special shout out as well in the chat there. 17 foul match from Jonesy Jones. 17 fouls in a game. That's ridiculous. Oh dear, that's ridiculous. Sorry, Charlie. You're never going to beat him anyway. He's better at fouling than you, Charlie. I'm afraid. Bevan wrote it. There you go. It was Bevan that wrote it.
There we go.
The other part of Team Vienna.
Sorry, Farron. Wrongly named there.
I think it was me that named him. Right,
so did it, Gav?
Right, so Chaos Dwarves versus High Elves. How are we feeling? Let's have a look at these two teams. Let's bring up their gained skills. So we've got.
He has 2 dice on the ball.
He has he? Did it fail?
No, he's going for it now.
How did he get to the ball then? He can't get to the ball.
Of course he can. He has break tackle.
He could have break tackled his dead. So the Elves have pushed down pretty hard on the left, going for a quick score, but now they might be a bit boxed in.
Jesus Christ, how many stat upgrades are there on this pitch at the moment?
Yeah.
That's a movement 7 ball centaur.
Agi 4 hobgoblin. Agi 5 catcher.
Strength 5 ball centaur.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
Imagine him with break tackle.
Well, this is, what's this then? 2+2+2+ score here?
Yeah,
for
3
liquid
2
right?
pluses,
Yeah.
not through tackle or anything.
Okay, so I'm just having a look at some of the skills on display. So we've got a sure hands accurate thrower at the back. We've got this High Elves. You've got a movement catcher over here. You've got an Agi player over here. What's this blitzer? We've got blitzer with guard. Charming. Block dodge lino. Block dodge lino. Dodge lino. Okay. No injuries as yet. Have you had much experience of playing against Alex Archer, Ceremel?
Yeah, back in the day. first incarnation of Maryland Marvel up in the Prem. I played him a bit. Is he? He's Ug's son, is he?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. We had a few games. I usually forgot to score in those matches a fair few times, and he would just laugh at me.
Is that when he was playing his Dark Elves?
Yeah. So we see. I'm quite surprised that he's gone so hard down one side. I guess he thinks he can turn the Chaos Dwarves over, because he's going to look to score next turn, right?
It's looking like what he's going to have to do, I think, here.
Yeah.
He usually is very good with his planning. So now look at that bloody claw mighty blow Chorf. Jesus.
There's two of them.
We were talking earlier about the setups. We forgot to mention the plus move catcher and plus move hobgoblin as well.
Oh, blimey, there's loads
That was standing on the other side of the pitch.
Well, the plus move hobgoblins switch sides now, but yeah, you're right. Well, this is 3-2 pluses here. Come on, that's what we want to see. He's got guards, so you can't. I suppose you could hypnotise. Oh, okay, he's hitting that one first. Okay.
4 2 plus, right?
1, 2, 3, yeah. 4 2 pluses, but he could just send Eldril down now to hypnotise the ball, couldn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, he can't because there's a hobgoblin in the way.
But he just moved the Chorf.
Yeah, he's moved the Chorf. He'll need to blitz this hobgoblin out the way though. Ball Raker Ghostbane. It's Fat Man Boozer's team against Alex Archer. Good evening.
How his team's doing?
This is Liquid Light a second, and Fat Man Boozer's lot are third in the division.
Right, so quite important then.
So yeah, it's right up the top of the Altdorf east side. Obviously, we like to, a bit like Match of the Day, we watch the top teams, and as we know, the East at the moment is dominating the UKBBL, both in the Cup and the League. For the last 3 or 4 seasons. In fact,
I guess the keywords there are at the moment, aren't they, Gav? Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, admittedly, in the past, West had its day, but it's. I should do the stats really to see who's won it the most. I'm pretty certain that. Oh, he went for it.
Yep. And failed on the first one. That's rough.
Didn't matter.
Well,
made it.
Doesn't matter if you fail the first one if you don't fail the other 3.
That's right.
I'm a bit surprised he went that way down the sideline. I think that's a bit riskier, isn't it?
Yeah,
certainly if the ball stands in.
You've got more chance of recovery. But it could go out and could go anywhere.
I suppose the thought process there, though, is that if you're dodging down on the touchline, if the ball goes anywhere, Chaos Dwarfs are the team to do it against, because they're not the fastest team in the world, are they?
That's true.
So Liquid Light currently, after match day 3, 7 points, 2 wins and a draw, touchdown delta of +5, and the Mountain Thorns are exactly the same but +4, so separated on touchdown differential. And that's where we're at the moment. It is a bizarre opening drive, 20 Phoenix, totally agree. Right, so we do have one roll-off to sort out, because no matter how many times they played, Toby won and Bane couldn't decide who was the better team. They played twice, managed to draw 1-1 both time. By all intents and purposes, the awkward Oranges did actually dominate that game, but nevertheless, Bane's Avalon Arrows are still in the cup. So I'm just going to bring up the random draw and set it up whilst we're on screen, whilst we're waiting for these two teams to set up. So it's Bane 182 and Toby 1, and let's bring it over here. And I can put this on screen. just to resolve this last cup. It's going to be. There we are. So there's Bane and Toby one. Number of items to pick, 1. Draw now, and the winner is Toby 1 goes through, which is probably the fair result. Toby 1, congratulations on making it through to round 2. So now I've got the full list of coaches ready for the second round draw. The seeds now, of course, have joined everybody else. We have, in no particular order, Fire and Orc, Paul Bereza, both from Middenheim Heath, both Orc teams. Hagrim's Head Splitters from Altdorf West. Can't remember what they are. I'll have to have a look.
Of course, I think.
Yes, they are. They're bottom. They're 13th in a 12-team league. Someone's made a mess of the tables. No, it's because
I think that's the admin team, right?
Yeah. It's because Howling Rhythm, Bobby Bintang, who's been kicked out of the league for nefarious dodginess, but both him and Rigid Limbs are still ahead of Hagrim's Head Splitters. So they've played 4, lost 4, -9 touchdown differential.
The 20 Minutes is just asking about the seeds, Gav.
Yeah.
So they were the top teams from the last FA Cup, wasn't it?
No, not from the last FA Cup. The seeds, in the same way as the FA Cup do, they took the 16 teams that had the highest league positionings from the previous season. So the top 16 teams in the league pyramid, if you like, went through the first round by right, because we had a bizarre number of something like 48 coaches. So I had to shell off 16 teams, so we had to have 16 of them seeded. So that's how it was. So I can't remember who the seeds were now. I could probably look it up. It's on one list somewhere. So Echoar's Hagrim Headless Splitters, they're bottom of the lot in Altdorf West. The Oedipus Complex from Middenheim East, that's tier 2 team. Kemry, they're currently 4th in Middenheim East. You've got Preeze's Forgotten Legacy from Prem West. You've got Anton's Goats Just Want to Have Fun from Prem East. You've got Rinjani's Chainclaw Massacrists from Prem West. You've got Cornight's Robin Wood, former Cup winners, Prem East. Keith Carr's Victorian Exploiters, Prem West. Telford Irving's Tier 4, the Odd Fellows. Not sure which race they are, I'm going to check. Cratwell Forest West. The Odd Fellows are Chaos. Loki Star's Necro team, the Tea Leaf Choir, Altdorf East. Wobbett's Flugenheim's Freak Show, that's his Necro team from Gratwell Forest West. Charlie Banks' Hobgoblin team with a Minotaur. They mercilessly crushed Doug's Halflings, the men in spats, something like 16-0 or something. Wasn't it ridiculous, Charlie? It certainly wasn't casualties. There's a blitz. Got to be pleased if you're the High Elves now for scoring early.
That explains the plan.
It does. Stroke of genius from Alex Archer there. Some mysterious seeding. Nice, Bob. Thanks for that. Pugilist Yorkshire Roses from Laurelorn Forest West. Toby One's Awkward Oranges, as we've just seen, have gone through. They're from Tier 3's Haunted Hills East. 20 Phoenixes, 11 Lords Are Leaping. That's his Kislev team for Laurelorn Forest West. Frankfurter's Fecal Fetishes, that's his Nurgle team from Howling Hills West. We've got Glasshammer's Free Range Vegan Hippies from Prem East. Fant Fox's Shadow Reavers from Colster Hills East. I always think that they're a Dark Elf team, and they're actually not. I think there's something else. Oh no, they are a Dark Elf team. I was right this time. Scold's French Fruit. I'm not going to say it. You can say it, Shandy. Thank you. From Prem East. Al Bundy's Prem West Dark Elves, the Polk High Panthers. A lot of Dark Elves out for the Cup this season. JC McGraw's Kemry team, Spatial Awareness from Altdorf East. Max Damages, Tales from the Crib. I'm not sure which division they're in. Tales from the Carib, Middenheim West. I just can't read my own handwriting there. San Jose Chihuahuas, Altdorf East. Dem Crooked Vultures from Altdorf East. It's the Orc team. San Jose Chihuahuas, Lizardman team, coached by Landian. Steve 0110, the Orc Crew, Howling Hills West. Nails, special shout out to Nails. He managed to mercilessly crush Waldorf's Underworld team, something like 3-0. And his Ogres is us, went through from Altdurn Forest East, knocking over the Tier 3 team. RTSD knocked out Schaefer, Gilgamesh Goblin Incorporated from Colster Hills East. It's not a Goblin team though. They're Underworld. You've got Kia Seeds, Blitzkrieg Bot from Middenheim East. That's Chaos Dwarf team. Jester's Horror Hawks, Laurelon Forest West, went through after his opponent didn't show up. Hardcore Stigs, Changelings of Tsinch from Haunted Hills East. And Insidious with his Squig Bay Buccaneers, his Nurgle team from Colster Hills East. So that's the teams that we've got to be drawn at half time. But I'm going to spend some time now having a chat with Ceremel. Good evening, Farron. Is something wrong with the resolution? Oh yes, quite possibly, because I'm still on monitor. So let me come off of that. There we go. Better resolution now, I hope. Sorry about that, folks. Apologies. Good evening, Robbo. Nice of you to join us. Bob, what is it with you and the Dark Elves? 20 Phoenix is pointing fingers at Charlie Banks, calling him a power gamer for playing with a Minotaur in his Hobgoblin team. So the plan here, I guess, Waitrix, if you've got a blitz in this position, is to get as many players through the gap as you possibly can and then force that Hobgoblin to do a throw. Although he does have pass. Interesting Hobgoblin build there. Kick-off, return, sure hands and pass. We actually have a proper passing Hobgoblin. I like it.
Yes, sure hands on the move 7 block niggle guy as well.
Oh, I apologise, Farron, for not noticing you at the start if I didn't say hi. So Ceremel, when did you first start playing Blood Bowl?
Long time ago, first edition. The old red box that was
Cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, so I played that for a bit.
Nice. That was a very messy rule set, if you ask me.
Yeah, I must have just been starting college. It's a vague memory. It's so long ago now.
Starting college? I barely started secondary school. You're making me feel young.
And I played second edition as well. That's when I played quite a lot with the Star Players and Companion set.
Yeah, with the polystyrene board.
Yeah, I used to play Elves back then, surprisingly enough.
You used to play Elves. I like the fact because I was looking at the rule set from edition 1 the other day, and I liked the old half-orcs and the troglodytes and players like that. It was great fun.
Yeah, I mean the rule set was a bit all over the place, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
Locked to ice and
no, it was all.
It didn't have everything that makes it so great.
The stat line was a lot bigger as well for each player, wasn't it, as I recall. He's done well here. He's actually done very well, these Hobgoblins here, hasn't he?
What year did you say that was, Thermal?
1987. It was 87 that edition 1 came out, and it wasn't around that long, from what I recall.
That's the year before I was born.
Maybe I'm getting my dates mixed up. Maybe it's a bit later than that in my lifetime, but it was something around there. I remember I used to play Dark Elves, and they played in, I think they played in caves. And then
that's edition 2, isn't it? And what Farron's talking about there, the werewolves running off with skeleton's bones so they can't regenerate. And there was if werewolves were on the pitch at the same time as skeletons, they want to fetch the bone, and if they're on the pitch at the same time as a treeman, they'd want to kind of sniff around the tree and pee on him.
Well, you could have teams of treemen, couldn't you? But they didn't have. I don't think they had the same sort of take root. But half the time, those players wouldn't even show up.
Yeah,
Be just stuck in the forest or something along those sort of lines.
yeah, and if you recall, that Treeman actually used to count as two. Well, all big guys used to count as two rostered players as well.
Yeah, very different.
Good old days.
Yeah, but I stopped playing before. Was it 3rd edition? I think when all the rules got kind of a bit of an over, and I think I discovered other things that you do when you're around those sort of age. So I did that instead.
You did girls.
Yep, things like that. And then when was it? Probably about 7.5 years ago, I got back into it again through the Cyanide game. I think maybe Chaos Edition was just about to come out.
Okay. Okay.
And I joined a couple of leagues. One of those was UKBBL. And I remember playing my Wood Elves and doing quite well with them. I'd watched a lot of stuff on YouTube and that, get my head around how all different rules work these days.
Yeah.
And sort of got up there, and then I thought, I'm quite good at this. And then I went into Premiership and I went, I'm not quite good at this actually, because I finished bottom of the Premiership the first season. I got smashed by pretty much everyone. I played a bit more like I guess Stu.
Okay, yeah.
I was a bit more kind of just roll some dice at it and it'll all be fine. But I learned a lot from there, and I've been playing solidly since then. So online, start playing in a few tournaments. Joined a league in London that I went to for a while.
Going to go back? Was that the Edinburgh Castle one?
Yeah, ECBBL.
Yeah, that's the one that meets in the pub in Great Portland Street, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah, it's good there. It's near the London Sperm Bank where I was a frequent flyer.
Okay.
It's a true story.
That's a good league there, and they've got lots of really good coaches as well.
Well, if you're coming back to London, maybe we need to start going on the Thursday night.
Oh, I'm rejoining. They're starting a league at the beginning of February.
Okay.
So I'll be going there. I'm working literally just down the road.
Fantastic. What time do they start?
Sorry?
What time do they start? Let's give the Edinburgh Castle.
Okay, so it's Tuesdays, and it's just sort of Tuesday evening. So usually people get there from around 6:30. So it's kind of after work you go along.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20p. It is. Val, VMCat, Lycos, Joe Manji, all those guys. Them.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to find that, it's ECBBL.
Yeah. What's the name of the pub it's in? I can't remember now. I know where the pub is anyway.
I know where it is, but Mason's Arms.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done that since. I did a bit of sort of admin here and different places.
You of course did win one of the UKBBL tabletop tournaments with Kemry as well.
Yeah, that was quite good.
It's quite a surprise, I think, for everyone, including Davo.
It was funny actually because I was speaking to Andy before that because for those who don't know, we both took Kemry, and I think Andy finished. Oh, I don't know. It was pretty low down though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, he conceded to me in one game.
He conceded
one game. That's how bad it was for him.
Yeah, probably had his sad face on, I would imagine.
He did have his sad face on because he was on the bottom table for the last game, I think. So.
Yeah, I was on the bottom table as well, but that's the first game before anyone played any games.
You didn't actually play on the top table, did you? You won it.
No, I did. I played game 5. On the top table, and that was a draw against High Elves.
Yeah.
It was good. Haven't won much since then, though. I tried taking Kemry last time I came to the tabletop. It didn't go so well. Quite hard.
Let's hope this weekend goes better for you. The weekend coming. We'll talk about that in a little bit in the second half.
Sure.
Looking at some of the chat there. Yes, Noam2. If you had a big guy, you could only field up to 9 other players. Although you could play more than one big guy.
They also took up 4 squares.
Yes, they did. They used to take 4 squares up, and they didn't have a complete tackle zone. The 2 squares behind them didn't count as their tackle zone. So you could sneak up behind them without actually being in their tackle zone because they were so big they couldn't see you. Bob and Yak, even Bob drew with Andy in that Kemry tournament. Good luck with your match, Robbo. Have a good one. Have a good one. Yeah, maybe I should get Jimbo to come along to the Edinburgh Castle as well. Tuesday nights, okay.
Yeah, that'd be good.
No, would be good. I'd like to play
I'm going to be playing Kemry there, funnily enough. I've just spoken about Kemry.
Is it perpetual?
No, it's one season reset.
Okay.
So you have... I was looking through the rules and they have different divisions. So you play one in kind of your division, then there's some cross-division games.
Okay.
And then the best teams go into sort of playoffs.
And how long is the season?
I think it's about 2.5, 3 months, something like that.
What happens if you can't make a week?
You don't have to play every week, so
Okay.
you have a certain amount of games. So I think you can skip maybe 4 or 5 weeks, and you can still get your games in.
Okay, that's good to know. We're doing this draw after this game. Actually, Al Bundy, we're doing the draw at half time. So 5 more turns. We'll start the draw, and we'll carry on the draw as they start into the second half. Good luck in your game, Pidpad, as well. Okay, so you've got quite a luxurious and long history of playing Blood Bowl against some of the highest coaches in the world.
Yeah, I guess so. I just love the game. I think it's brilliant.
And with that in mind, and this is by no means a selfish question, but because you're not even on my team, but is your roster ready for the weekend? And what have you've gone with Wood Elves, I know, but what build have you gone with?
I have gone with Wood Elves. Let me just get my roster up, and then I can tell you. But it's not going to surprise you.
No, right. So let me for the viewers, I'm going to.
Okay, I'm
going to go through the roster picks. There's the Wizard. Let's just pause for the moment. The Wizard, and he's got the ball carrier, and he's injured the ball carrier. Badly hurt for his agility 4 Hobgoblin, and got a. Oh my God, that's a hell of a Wizard, isn't it? All you need to do now is hypnotise that ball, and you're golden. Yep. Let's just keep on this at the moment. I'm going to tell the viewers before you start telling us about your roster, or before I start guessing your roster. I'm going to tell the viewers that the tournament package is 1100 TV, and Wood Elves are a tier 1 race. They're allowed 5 normal skill picks. So weight tricks, you can be thinking about a Wood Elf roster within those parameters. Here comes the hypnotic gaze. It's worked. Right, so that's got rid of the Bull Centaur. So now it's fairly straightforward. Oh God, and he's got a catcher downfield. Jeepers. Where's the thrower? Can you see the throw? His throw's not even on the pitch, is he? Thrower's having a rest. No, where's any agility 5? No agility 5 either. So you're relying on a throw here, I think, from a... I suppose there's 2 ways to go here.
I think you could pick up and hand off to the... no, he's only movement 5, I didn't see that. I was thinking the lineman with dodge kick. And then take it up. Stand that player in the backfield up, move him down and pass it down to him. Then you'd be kind of out of range.
Depends how aggressive you want to be here. Hand off. No, pass. He went for the pass. Got it to the other catcher.
So he's just going to run off down the other side then, isn't he?
Do you dodge through the gap?
Yeah. He's got dodge though. What could go wrong?
Spoken like Stu DDJ. He does dodge through the gap though. Nothing went wrong is the answer. He does have a Juggernaut Bull Centaur movement 7, so this guy is in range. So the way to kind of ignore that is to move this lineman to about this square here, and then he can't use break tackle twice, which means he will be making a more difficult dodge. You could surround the ball centre as well. You could put this lineman here and this lineman here.
So, assuming he can, does he then run it in next turn, Gav, do you think? Waitrix, what do you reckon?
Now let's ask the local high elf expert. Who are we kidding? Let's ask the Waitrix anyway. So, devoid of an expert, we'll have to stick with Waitrix. Run it in here. Don't dilly dally, or do you want to stall a little bit?
That depends on how his other actions go and how safe he is looking. But at the moment, there's no giant threats against him.
The only thing that I think would perhaps lend itself a little bit to avoiding the score is the fact that there is... Oh dear. Do you want to give these nasty looking chorfs a free round of hits at your players again?
Well, I don't think he'll be able to fall until...
I suppose he's going to get one round of hits anyway. It just means it can reset. I suppose the Chaos Dwarf team is quite separated out.
Well, they've got a choice as well, whether they just give up on the score, like they could try and surf Eldril, you know, hit a few people, try and put a bit of pressure on, because you're not going to stop the elves scoring from here very easily, are you?
No. Oh, I think this is definitely 2-0, it's just...
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, folks. You can carry on talking to each other, though.
Yeah, but I definitely think if at all possible, it's gonna stall for at least one more turn.
Yeah, from there I'll try and just stall out the half, really. I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's gonna be able to stall out the half, though.
I guess it depends what the mountain forms do.
Yeah, and what the dice say about it.
Yeah. So those dwarves are well out of position, aren't they?
Well, if they're not getting any, if they don't start making some injuries happen soon, this is going to be a big score for the High Elves, isn't it?
I'm actually surprised he didn't pile on there.
Yeah. Because he stunned him.
Yeah, but it's not gonna get worse.
You've got to surf Eldril here, haven't you? That's almost a gimme, isn't it?
I would.
Here he goes. He's doing it. He's doing it.
What?
No, he's not.
He's not.
No.
So it's the final.
I mean, the Chaos Dwarf team, this is going to sound dull, but the Chaos Dwarf team's way back into this game. Oh, so there's the break tackle. Oh, he's got through! He got through! Well, there we go, that's to us as lesson. He hasn't got block, though. Has he used his reroll yet? Oh, he's not got him down, though. Well, that was ballsy from the ball centaur. Oh, fair play. Fair play. Should he have taken the both down there? That's interesting. He's not. He's got dodge, break, tackle.
The thing is, if he did, the elves would be off with the ball anyways.
True. See, this ball's got movement, dodge, break, tackle, and no block. Interesting build on that ball centaur. Too many doubles. Break tackle, that I suppose it synergises nicely with his speed and his dodge and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's 1 SPP from leveling.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming he'll get low.
Yeah, the ball here, I do agree with Frankfurter here. This ball is still without a tackle zone. So
yeah, you forgot about the ball.
Yeah. But this is the least of the critical play here is getting rid of this ball centre to start with.
That's interesting. I probably wouldn't have used the Agi5 catcher there.
We forgot about this lineman as well on the floor.
Yeah, but now he's definitely...
He's definitely going to be stalling now.
One or two more turns.
I suppose these Chorfs aren't actually decimated. They've lost one Hobgoblin, so they're pretty much at full strength. They can still make a mess of this high-off team. So I guess when you're holding the ball like this, you kind of want to waste as much time as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
You've watched Andy too much, Frank. Safe actions first.
That's not from Andy to begin with, though.
You've stolen that from Fashblinder. To be fair, Andy doesn't always do safe actions first. Well, Andy's
This much is true, but Andy knows that he's doing wrong.
And Andy's safe move this week was avoiding the match with Rinjani.
What?
The Rinjani, so the Chainclaw Massacrisks and Black Star Crusade, they started their match, and on turn 5 there was a disconnect from Rinjani, and they've not been able to resort another match. And the whole of Prem West is a bit sad because they've not killed each other. I mean, how many days extension would you allow for that, Ceramol?
About 200.
200 days extension to make sure.
I reckon they get it in, won't they?
To make the killers kill each other.
Well, the problem you've got is it's only tonight and tomorrow they've got before the match week turnover.
Yeah, that can play tomorrow 7 PM.
Have they arranged that now, have they?
No. But they both said they can do 7 PM tomorrow, so...
Oh, brilliant. That's good. We want to see that game get played.
Johnny said he can do 4 till 7, and Andy said he can do from 7, so...
Perfect.
So everyone's happy, right?
Well, it depends how many...
Are thrilled.
Depends how many players die and how pleased the league gets.
I was watching it actually. There was a few injuries. I don't think they were like permanent or really kind of earth-shattering injuries or anything like that. But you know, they were hurting each other. There was a long way to go. It's only 4 turns. Yeah, look, Al Bundy's playing next week, so he's got even more reason to want it to happen.
There we go. Prees wants an extension as well. To be fair, a lot of the Prem West coaches were like, we don't mind, well, you can have the longest extension you've ever wanted. So are Wood Elves your absolute preferred race to play? Are they your favourite? I'm going to use the word favourite. Are they your favourite race? Yeah,
they're exciting, aren't they? Wood Elves.
Oh,
you know, they do amazing things and then they die a lot. What more do you want? That's Blood Bowl, right?
No,
that's the whole thing.
Why?
There, one team.
Why Wood Elves and not Pro Elves?
War dancers. Come on, Gav.
Oh, you mean Saint?
No, well,
yes.
No, nobody else knows the other war dancer in your team.
I've got another war dancer.
Whatever. Nobody cares.
I know. But people like to see Saint in action. Even opponents, they're like quite impressed by what he can do. He's a bit stupid though, isn't he? Really.
He's not stupid. There's a high elf like him over on the other side.
Not like him. He's a wannabe. He's a wannabe, Gav. He hasn't got block. He hasn't got dodge. He's not playing, is he?
He's got catch.
That is true, yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that Saint sorely misses, right? Cat.
He's got dodge, to be fair to him. He does have dodge now. Rose
Does he have
Artemis.
dodge
He,
now?
he does,
Okay,
he does
so
have dodge.
He's getting there slowly. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Saint to die, really.
And then you can re-roll the team.
Maybe. It's hard to let them go, isn't it? You know, they're the team that I've always played, that franchise.
Look at this. Andy Davo, I can't play Monday nights, has just logged into Blood Bowl. Honestly. Gaming the system, Davo. Gaming the system.
But I'd quite like to give Kislev a go.
Okay.
It's the thing. It's just working out how and where to do that.
I don't know.
I played a few leagues. Yeah, but I get quite attached to my teams. Not so much the players. Like I can take them sort of going, but the actual teams themselves, and they build up a bit of history, and I quite like that. That's a nice bit of.
If you couldn't take players dying, you wouldn't be playing Wood Elves.
Al Bundy's saying that did we see the stupid one-turn touchdown that he did against you this season, Ceremal?
There's no stupid one-turn touchdowns. They're all great.
That's a very, very nice answer, isn't it, Al Bundy? Right, we're going to leave you two to chat for a moment. I'm just going to go and put my middle child to bed. My wife's not around.
Okay. So it looks like the Hives are just stalling it out then.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Since the Chorfs aren't really trying to stop them.
No, but what can the Chorfs do from here? They need to kill someone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Make the next drive easier.
I mean, you've got those 4 elves there. I think they're doing it now. They're just going to surround them, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that they can't dodge out.
But the thing is, he hasn't done a single KO or injury in almost a full half, and he has 2 on the bench.
You've got to try though. You've got to do something.
Yeah, of course. He needs
Just
time at all.
I'm being asked to make a scribble. Oh, I don't do that much writing really. I'll think about that one. I'd have to put a lot of history into it because I played the Maryland Marvel, and that's the same team that I joined UKBBL with kind of years ago. So I played them in Blood Bowl 1 for about, it must have been several years, and then I played them since we moved to Blood Bowl 2. I'll see if I can remember their story, remember their players, because there are quite a lot of them.
I don't think I've seen Chaplin Karamazako before. Is he in the league? And that's what name?
I am back.
New to the league? He must be in the league because he's called it Scribbles, so that's a forward thing.
Alessis. Oh.
Alessis, yeah. That's a conference match, that is.
Yeah, I just didn't know who Chaplin Karamazako was.
Oh yeah, it's Alessis. He's the.
I wouldn't stretch to calling you your lord.
He likes to remind us all that if they still had a system of royalty in Finland, his father would be a lesser duke or something like that.
Yeah, everything in Finland is less.
Well, they're Russians basically, aren't they? So.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Right.
Talking about that one turn he did this season as well, where he kind of seemed to accidentally push his receiver backwards before pushing him forwards about 3 or 4 squares, and then scoring. Not optimal, but it was good. It was good fun.
So back to your tabletop roster for this weekend coming.
Oh yeah.
So weight
I'll
tricks.
give you a hint. I've got 2 war dancers.
Oh, there you go. There's a good start. You've got 1100 TV, war dancers. Star players have to be after you've got 11 pieces. So let's just assume this Wood Elf team doesn't have any star players. What would you take then? 2 war dancers. How re-rolls? 2 re-rolls, Ceremal.
Correct.
Okay, so
pretty much the Inarium build, but add 2 rerolls.
So 2 war dancers. You've gone the thrower, 1 thrower.
No thrower.
No thrower. So you haven't got the. You literally have only got the 2 rerolls. Okay. 3 catchers then.
Yes. 3 catchers.
Okay, so skills on the war dancers and skills on the catchers then.
Yep.
Okay. And then have you gone for 12 players or have you gone apothecary?
No, I've gone 12 players.
Okay, so 3. Okay, so the rest of the linemen. Have you got?
Yeah.
No.
So basically, it's what are the skills on the 5 position?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go tackle on 1 war dancer.
Yep.
Strip ball on the other.
Nope.
Really? What have you gone on the other
No
one?
strip ball.
Okay, what have you gone for on the other war dancer then?
Okay, so I've gone for tackle on both of them.
Oh, okay. Tackle
Now
on
the
both.
reason that usually strip ball is an auto pick for a war dancer, but having been to this tournament before and know kind of the level of coaches that are there, pretty much every team is going to have shorthand. So strip ball has less use, but I mean the last one 2 years ago, and
Didn't go well, did it?
It went okay in the end, thank you, Gav. I had a bad first day, but I think I clawed it back. What was my record?
3-1-2?
Yeah.
Same as mine, I think it was.
Yeah, 3-1-2. But I lost my first 2 games because
Wait, didn't you take Pro Elves?
I took Pro Elves. Yeah, I thought that'd be a good idea. And then I got there, then it's like Undead, Dark Elves, Wood Elves, some Skaven, some Orcs, and that's it. Everywhere.
There was ogres. I definitely saw at least 1 ogre team.
There was 1 ogre team. And
There was some humans.
And that's just Charlie, isn't it? It's like that's just what he does.
I saw humans there.
Okay, but yeah, you know what I mean. There was pretty much most of the teams was all these kind of really competitive, top tier rosters.
So just 1 second. Tector, this is Altdorf West. This is 2nd versus 3rd. So Alex Archer's Liquid Light are 2nd. Fatman Boozer's Chaos Dwarf team, who I've forgotten the name of because he's off the screen at the moment. The Mountain Thorns are 3rd at the moment. The unusual inducement on this pitch is the Royal Box, which we don't see very often. I'm going to let you have another look at it. There it is. There's the Royal Box over here. There's one at the other end as well, bizarrely. So there's 2 Royal Boxes. The irony is, if any team's going to have a Royal Box, it would be the Wood Elves. But no, these are Chaos Dwarves who have a Royal Box. So there it is.
Why would the Wood Elves have one?
Not Wood Elves, High Elves.
High Elves.
High Elves.
Yeah.
Good evening, Quay Piggy. You missed the shout outs to Pilgrim Pod earlier, but we did do it. Yeah, that's the thing that doubles the fan factor. Absolutely. There we go. The Royal Box doubles all gains and losses of fan factor. So if you lose it, is that the fan factor thing? What a waste of cash. Yes. Well, someone's got to take it.
Yeah, so this time around, I decided.
You've gone in all guns blazing, yeah. So you're taking sure hands on a Wood Elf catcher.
I am. Yep.
I'm going to assume sidestep on one.
No.
You don't go for the. You haven't gone for the 1 turn option then.
Well, I've taken Wood Elves. You know, that's a 1 turn option, isn't it?
Have you got sure feet then on one?
No.
Blimey. Block.
Block on both.
Block on both. Okay.
Yeah. So pretty simple, pretty effective.
Yes. I've gone very competitive with my Skaven build actually for this weekend. So
What have you gone for?
I've gone Skaven.
Yep. You're very good. You're a very good Skaven coach, aren't you?
I'm not doing too badly with Skaven of late.
Yeah.
Even with a bad roster.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was very impressed by what you did in the tournament. I had no idea you were so good with Skaven.
I finished third in the last UKBBL tabletop tournament with Skaven as well.
I was in the wrong room for that, Gav.
Oh, that one didn't go so well for you, Nick.
Yeah, so I missed out on a lot of that.
Yeah, that to be fair, that tournament, that last UKBBL tabletop tournament was completely dominated by the tabletop committee. First, second, third, fourth, sixth, seventh, something ridiculous like that. It was a bit embarrassing.
Money changed hands.
Money had changed hands to allow Thyrus to win, but he stopped. Oh dear, it's a dodge lineman.
Well, that's good for the Chaos Drawers.
Oh, Apothecary, there we go.
And is saved.
And he's saved, he's back on the pitch. Oh, he's not back on the pitch. That's the Apothecary gone. Brave on that player. You'd be surprised. I've started doing it on my Skaven team that I'm doing in Champions Ladder, and I've done it for the last 2 seasons in Champs Ladder with Skaven. I generally take the Apoth on the first injury. And by and large, it actually aids development, I've found.
Okay. Because obviously, like something like Champs League is quite different, isn't it?
Yeah. No.
The only problem for me is that whenever I try to use the Apothecary, I manage to kill the player anyway.
Well, I did that. I have to say, I did do that yesterday. It got dead into strength bust. So
yeah, I usually roll dead into dead, so I don't have to decide.
I'm slightly different. Normally, I use the Apoth. It works, but then the next blitz kills a positional.
Yeah.
So
my Appo only works for Saint these days.
Well, he's got his own personal Appo, hasn't he? I'm surprised you don't take extra Apoths to give them all to Saint during the course of the game.
I still want to win.
At G Coleman, but you don't use it on Line Rats, right? Actually, I have been using it on Line Rats, Al Bundy, especially my Wrestle Line Rats. For me, I absolutely need my Wrestle Line Rats. They're so important to the way I play with the Skaven. But there you go. So I've gone 2 Storm Vermin, 4 Gutters, a Thrower, 2 rerolls, Lyman to 11, and Glart Smash Rib Junior. One of the... That looks vicious, doesn't it? It's a bit harsh. Knocked out. Wrestle on 2 Lyman. Mighty Blow on 1 Storm Vermin. And Guard on the other. And I've got a block Gutter Runner.
So, are we starting with the FA Cup draw now?
We are. Is that half time? That is half time. Not on badly hurt, Sal Bundy. Only on sticking injuries. Missed next game or worse. Right. So let's do this FA Cup draw. Whilst they're getting ready. Oh, every one of those high elves woke up there. Did you see that? Here they come back
he
out.
has a babe.
Move this out of the way. Just the one babe? Oh yeah, just the one babe. I don't think you actually needed it looking at the dice rolls.
A 5 and a 6.
Oh, I've just broken this pen. Hang on, I need a pen now. Broken this one. Right, FA Cup round 2. Drawing the home teams, as always, is our guest. That's Ceremal. So Ceremal, you're drawing the home teams. And Sandy will be drawing the away teams. So, Ceremal, start with the first home team, 1 to 32.
23.
Number 23 is Telford Irvings, the Odd Fellows, his Chaos team from Tier 4. Telford Irving.
And number 6.
Hang on 1 second. Telford Irving, 23. And number 6 is also a Tier 4 coach. That's Nails' Ogres is us. Number 6. Ogres is us. Okay.
Number 17.
Number 17 is 11 Lords are leaping. That's 20 Phoenixes. Kislev team. And they will be playing.
Number 2.
Number 2, that's the Changelings of Tzeentch. That's Hardcore Stig's Haunted Hills East Chaos outfit. Hardcore Stig against 20 Phoenix. Okay.
Number 11.
Number 11 is Spatial Awareness. That's JC McGraw's Altdorf East Kemri team. Gets a home tie and he'll be playing.
Number 30.
Ekowar's Hagrim's Head Splitters, bottom of Altdorf West, still below the team that got kicked out and the admin team that's replaced it. Ekowar.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Jester's Horror Hawks from Laurelon Forest West
versus number 1.
That's Insidious's Squig Bay Buccaneers, his Nurgle team from Colsa Hills East.
Number 14.
Number 14 is Fant Fox's Nagarythe Shadow Reavers. That's the Colsa Hills Tier 3 Dark Elf team.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Middenheim East's Blitzkrieg Bop Chaos Dwarf team, coached by Kia Side. That's a very fine Chaos Dwarf team. Orc team from Middenheim East, coached by a very handsome chap called G Coleman 76. Home field advantage. The Fire Orc. Be nice.
Number 5.
Versus RTSD's Underworld team, Gilgamesh Goblin Incorporated. That was quite kind. Fancy my chances against Underworld.
I'm always kind.
Number 26.
26 is the champion, Anton Lunau.
Let's see who's gonna face Kill Chaos. Number 22.
Tea Leaf Choir, that's Loki Star's Necro team. That's the tie of the round so far. That's Prem East versus Altdorf East. Lots of claw on display there.
Number 19.
Number 19 is Yorkshire Roses, the High Off team, coached by Pugilist from LFW.
Number 7.
That is Steve-O 110's Dork Crew, the Orc Crew from Howling Hills West. Yeah.
Number 13.
Number 13 is previous champion Skald and his French Fruit.
Versus 29.
Versus, oh, that's a big match as well. That's the Oedipus Complex from Middenheim East. That's Vincenzi's very foully Kemri team.
Let's have number 31.
31 is the other Orc team from Middenheim East. That's Jorbat's Paul Bereza.
Against number 25.
That is against Prem East's Robin Wood and the Merry Elves Cornites team.
Number 15.
Is Glasshammer's other Wood Elf team from Prem East, the Free Range Vegan Hippies. Glasshammer.
Against number 27.
Whoa, that's the tie of the round. That's Prem West's Chainclaw Massacrists Rinjani's team. It's an all Premiership affair there is. That's one of the big guns gone. Like that. Glasshammer versus Rinjani. Happy about that one. Purely selfishly.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Max Damage's Skaven Tales from the Crib from Middenheim West.
Versus 28.
28 is Preeze's Forgotten Legacy from Prem West.
Number 18.
Number 18 is Toby One's Orkwood Oranges went through on the tiebreaker.
Versus number 9.
That's Landian's San Jose Chihuahuas from Altdorf East.
Number 24.
Keith Carr's Victorian Expletives' Skaven team from Prem West.
Versus number 20.
Charlie Banks' Hobgoblin team, or Chaos Dwarf team without any Chaos Dwarves, but he's got a Minotaur, overpowered. It's winnable, Banks, that one. It's winnable.
I think Keith has only got about... He might have less players than me. I think he's got about 6 players or something. Number 12.
It's Al Bundy's Polk High Pink Panthers from Prem West, the Dark Elf team, the other Dark Elf team.
Versus number 16.
Frankfurter's Fecal Fetishists. So that's Al Bundy, now Am2 versus Frankfurter.
And number 8.
Number 8 is Ugnash's Them Crooked Vultures.
Versus 21. The only number that's left.
That's Robert's Flugenheim's Freak Show from Drackwold Forest West. Couple of good matches there. I think highlight of the round there has to be Glasshammer versus Rinjani, but equally you've got Skuld versus Vincenzi, Jorbat versus Cornite, some good games there. Anton Lunau versus Loki Star looks interesting. Yeah, some pretty tough games there. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I noticed there's a distinct lack of the name Ceramol here. What happened in the Cup this season, Ceramol?
I didn't sign up for it.
Why not?
I just had quite a lot going on. And there's another game to try and fit in. I'll be back, don't worry.
Those fixtures will go up. Yeah, Frankfurter's Fecal Fetishes. Tier 3, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 20 Phoenix, that Hardcore Stig doesn't like to build the standard Chaos team. He tends to pass the ball quite a bit as well, so it's not the typical Chaos team either. So
he takes a lot of mutations and things like that.
He does,
doesn't he?
yeah.
And he, whenever I've played him, he's gone for fast scores.
Yeah, agreed. Texas planning to return to the Prem this season. Nice.
Texas played me this morning. Actually, we met up on Champs League. Played his Nurgle team.
How did that go?
Well, he had about a 1500 Nurgle team. I had Rookie Vampire. It was good. It was good. Let me tell you.
What inducements did you take in that?
I took Cheney. I took a Wizard. can't remember something else.
Any spare players? Besides
I took the chainsaw as well. That was it. Chainey, the saw, and the wizard.
Could you not get Count Luther?
I could, but I like Cheney. I think he's great, especially on vampires. You just gaze your way in, then Cheney goes in with a wrestle. That's the plan, anyway.
Yeah,
Didn't work out.
The claw against Nurgle could work as well.
Yeah. But my vampires removed more of my team than Tector's Nurgle team did, so that's the way it goes.
Right, let's see if Fat Man Boozer can make something out of this game. He needs to score.
He's done quite well because of the elf did
twice to draw the game.
Yeah, I agree, Sam. What did you say there, Sandy? I didn't catch that.
He needs to score twice just to draw the game.
Oh, I know that, which means he's got to score, I would say, certainly by turn 12, if he's going to give himself any kind of chance.
Do a draw.
Hey, draw's better than nothing. Oh, interesting play here. That's bold, leaving that corner unguarded. Eldril piling on here this time. You got to, surely. Pile on. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want to see. Oh,
just
dear.
looked like a dwarf back in.
Yeah, I was just saying the double skull's the risk there, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Claw Pom is an easy way to play.
Oh, sounds like it's going well though, Tector. Good, 5th place.
It's very good.
Keep it up. Not against me next time, against someone else.
So, Cerebral, you like your elf teams. Obviously, you've had a bit of experience with Wood Elves.
I played a bit of most teams.
But everyone has favourites, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I could give you your top 3 Blood Bowl races, do you want to go through them and tell us why?
Okay, so Wood Elves, we sort of talked about that. I like the speed that the Wood Elves bring. I like the kind of sort of elf BS that they bring to the game as well. That's quite fun, isn't it?
Well, it depends. Not if you're Charlie Banks. He thinks that's kind of easy mode, but yeah, okay.
I've seen Charlie play elves. Yeah.
Shots are being fired here.
It's not
he's struggling with them a bit.
Claw Bomb is the most brainless way to play.
Well, to be fair to Charlie, he doesn't do that either.
No, he just fouls instead.
He just moans that everyone else is playing overpowered teams. But each their own. Okay, so Wood Elves, would you say they're a standout number 1 favourite race?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I quite like halflings.
Okay, and they're in your top 3, yeah? Just to clarify that.
Yeah. We talk about teams that I like to play.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I might not win with them, but I like playing.
Okay.
I like quite a lot of the what you categorise as less good teams.
I don't think I've ever seen you play halflings at the tabletop.
No, you haven't.
Oh, there we go.
That's right. What if I play at tabletop? I play
Khemri. You've played an awful lot of different teams. Khemri, I've seen you play Nurgle.
Play Khemri twice, Nurgle once, Slan once. That was something, wasn't it?
What? Sorry, you played. Sorry, I missed that one. What was the last one?
Slan once.
Oh, Slan. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Kislev.
Whatever. Slan. The frogs. You know.
Yeah, Kislev.
The circus frogs.
Yeah. Kislev.
And vampires played there as well.
Okay.
So that sort of reflects kind of what I play quite a lot of. I mean, I like the Wood Elves. I like halflings for the challenge, and then I also like Necro as well. I think Necro are a really good team, and they're quite interesting. Like the werewolves are amazing. And I guess it's a bit similar to Wood Elves, isn't it? They have that kind of those 2 really, really good standout players, some other players who are quite good to support, but it's all about just focusing on those real superstars.
Look at this. I'm just going to touch on what Alex Archer's doing here. This is a horrendous situation to be in if you're the Chorfs. If you're chasing the game, and he's just so good at this style of play now. He can just play for time, not worry about the ball, just slow you down, know that you haven't got enough time to score.
Yeah, the column defense.
No, absolutely, yeah. He plays it. I will stand here and say Alex Archer is one of the best players I've ever played on column defence. Fair play to him.
The thing is, the Cowstraws decided to go over and blitz L drill,
especially when you're Minotaur loners on a blitz,
and you use the reroll.
Yeah, that's horrendous as well. That's another turn gone. We can't even hit anyone.
Well, they're not going to score 2, are they?
They're not now. No, it's looking pretty bad.
I think when they blitz L drill, they need to blitz forward. If they wanted to win the game, maybe they're kind of going, okay, I'm going to lose. Try and hit some people. Try and get some SPPs.
Oh no, I agree, Noam, too. Doing the column defence isn't that difficult with 10 players. In fact, he's got 11 players. I know he's got 10 players, but he just seems... He just gets into the column defence nice and early. Doesn't hang around. This is turn 3 and it's not hanging around. It's 2-0 up. It's just play it. It's boring. It's as boring as watching a claw pom team, but it's very effective.
It is.
This is the Elves version of claw pom, as far as I'm concerned.
It's fine as long as the removals don't happen. If they start to lose a few, then it becomes quite a bit of a weak approach, because sometimes you just need to force it. But where it is, he's 2-0 up, and he's not losing many players at all, is he? Really? So it's perfect for time.
Yeah, that's a nice aggressive move though as well. Don't keep it too simple. Yeah, it is very surprising that he still has 10 players at this stage of the game. 1 knockout. You got to be frustrated with that if you're Fat Man Boozer. Okay, so spin it on its head. So your top 3: Wood Elves, Halflings, Necro. Is that fair?
Yep.
Right, so spin that on its head. Which are the teams that you generally don't play with? You're not interested in?
Amazons.
What's wrong with Amazons?
They're so boring. I mean, seriously, it's a really standard stat line. They're quite like they don't really do much. I just don't see the appeal of them at all. I've played in all these years maybe about 10 games with Amazons. That's it. So yeah, not a fan of them.
That's 8 more than I've played with Dark Elves.
Well,
okay.
Orcs.
What's wrong with Orcs?
Again, well, they're just a bit
Boring.
We haven't got much.
You haven't watched me enough, then, have you?
I'm not talking about your Orc team, Gav. You know that's an exceptional.
Final for being called
an exceptional way of playing them. It's not what most people would do. Generally, it's just grind down and hit things and no finesse. No, not for me. Not for me. Orcs are no good.
So, I mean, are they worse than dwarves? If you
no one's really worse than dwarves. I didn't even count them in the races when I was thinking about races. That's how I see dwarves. They're just kind of there for other people, I suppose.
Amazon
Orcs. They're all going to have dwarves as my last one, aren't I? Really?
No, that's fine. If you've justified it by saying, well, I don't even count dwarves as a race, that's fine. So orcs, Amazons.
Yeah.
One more then.
High elves.
What's wrong with high elves?
I find them quite dull.
Oh my God.
I played them in ACC quite recently,
Well, you're clearly not throwing the ball enough.
Well, no, but you're not supposed to throw the ball. That's the point, isn't it, of the game? If you throw the ball a lot, then you're going to lose more.
But are you having fun while doing it?
Waitrix, listen to this guy. I'm not sure we're going to have him back with this kind of attitude.
That's what I'm hearing as well.
I mean,
first and last time.
Yeah.
I mean, what I quite like in, especially like kind of teams like Wood Elves and Halflings and sort of stunty types and vampires and stuff to a point, is that there's quite a good chance that your players are going to die quite a lot. But with High Elves, they didn't really die enough for me. They just sort of stick around.
You haven't played my High Elf.
That is an absolute disaster.
Oh, blimey.
That is a disaster.
I like the way that ball's got a nice fireball around it just to kind of mark the spot where it's going to go down. It's like right here.
He slipped on the burnt grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Durante Gits' coach, RTSD. That was me.
Or it might have been the blood from the Agi4 goblin.
I've got you in the cup, RTSD, as well. Funnily enough, we're going to have to try and sort it out again now. Took us like 16 weeks to sort out the Cripple Cup game. We've got to play each other. Yeah, I'm Durante Gits. That was the 1-1. My Goblin Cripple Cup team drew with RTSD's Dark Elves over the weekend. Yeah, RTSD, you and I in the cup. Fine versus Gilgameshi Goblin Incorporated.
So right now it's looking like a possible 3-0.
It's looking pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've tried High Elves a couple of times. I know both of you have played High Elves, or haven't you?
Yeah. That's unfortunate. The Hobgoblin survives.
Oh, that might actually allow the Hobgoblin to break through as well, because the column defence is kind of not there now.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, so I've tried them a couple of times because I like elves. So you would think, oh well, I should like High Elves, but it's just never really hit the spot for me.
How do you feel about Dark Elves then?
I find Dark Elves too good.
Actually, that's the reason I don't like Dark Elves as well.
Yeah. I used to play in BB2 Battle.
Okay, yeah. No, I never played in Battle.
We had a Dark Elf team there, and they just sort of won loads of stuff, and it was. But I think Dark Elves are a brilliant team. You know, don't get me wrong, but I just don't enjoy playing that higher armour, lodge everywhere sort of teams.
So the appeal of any Blood Bowl team is that they die a lot. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I've also enjoyed. I've been playing Chaos Pact in the tabletop league, and I've really enjoyed playing them. I think that's a great race to play because it's all very positional, isn't it? And there's so much that can go wrong with your big guys. So I'd really like it if Chaos Pact appear into Blood Bowl 2. That would probably encourage me to re-roll. What I would say.
Kislev, they're still there. If you want to have a go with them, are you playing Kislev in any leagues at the moment?
Sorry?
Are you playing Kislev in any leagues at the moment?
No. I'm playing. I've got an ogre team in one league who are a bit stupid. They've got 2 agility 3 ogres, 3 block ogres, and I think it's now 5 dirty player snotlings, or nobblers, I guess they're called these days. So I play them. I also play a Nurgle team as well, and I've got a Goblin team on the go as well.
So RTSD, yes. Sorry, I was mixing it up with Rinjani from last week. RTSD, you and I can do FA Cup, Cripple Cup, double header. Sounds good. I'm away this weekend, but so I've got to get my league match in.
Are you gonna win one each?
No, I'll win them both. No, I won't. I won't win the Cripple Cup. What are you playing in? What is that team then? What is the Mayango? I don't know what that is. I want to know what race you're playing there. RTSD. I was just thinking, by blitzing the player that he did, Fatman Boozer actually stopped himself from being able to break round that flank on the right hand side. So
yeah, I think he's sort of given up on this one a little while ago.
I don't know. He can get the Hobgoblin over here, but then it's just straight back into the column defence, isn't it? What have you lost?
But if you look at where he's blitzed for kind of, well,
Jeepers.
The last 3 turns, it's been kind of sideways rather than forwards.
Amazons in the Cripple Cup RTSD. That's horrific. I want to know what your TV is. Oh, sorry to hear that, Kawaii Piggy. Sorry to hear that. Here we go. Couple of go for it, like that.
It's just one, isn't it? Is he in range there?
Well, he moves 7 that piece.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 2 go for it. Although this is relying on Eldril not making a hash of things. To be fair, this guy here, I think, can just run around the outside anyway to get a 1 die. Yeah, he can. He can get there.
Yep.
But I mean, that doesn't have block. Darien Shadow Swift. Oh, he's not blitzing with him there. Back into the columns. That's fair enough. He'll use Eldril to make the other part of that column if he doesn't fail the dodge. And then everybody else will just fill in these gaps. And then he's back in column defence.
Feels like the Highers should have some wrestle somewhere on this team.
Oh, I love wrestle. It's one of my favourite skills.
I'm just looking at what they've got, and it's just missing that.
Do you know, poor man tackle, people say Frenzy's poor man tackle. I think wrestle is fantastic. Wrestle fend. I love that combo.
It's just a good utility skill, isn't it, wrestle?
Oh, it does so much.
Wrestle is good, but it's not as good on Highers as it is on Woodies.
Don't use it for sacking the ball, like a wrestle leap lineman.
Of course, you want to wrestle for the ball hawk, but you don't generally want to put it on as many linemen as you might want to in Woodies.
Okay.
Hi, Bruce.
Since you have one less movement.
Yeah. No, I can see that. It's just the team doesn't have any, do they?
No.
Good evening, Bruce. You're joining live coverage of UKBBL Tier 2. Fatman Boozer's Karsdorf team currently 3rd place in the league against Alex Archer's Liquid Light, his IOF team, who are 2nd in the league. The Chaos Dwarfs are up against it to get a result now with only 3 turns to go, 2-0 down. But thank you for joining us, Bruce. And we're back into column.
Yep.
So, is dear old Saint the best player that you've ever had play on one of your teams?
I've had a player just like Saint before.
Have you really?
Lorenzo.
In which league was that in?
UKBBL, Prem something or other, maybe Prem East.
Was that in Blood Bowl 1, was it?
Yeah. So the same stat line.
Right.
He was quite good, that player. She was quite good. They were female, weren't they?
They were. What happened to them?
Lorenzo's vampire punched her in the face and she died. And then the FA came on and said, "Yep, she's dead."
Nice.
Definitely dead.
The death was confirmed, as they say.
Yeah.
We've had the FA Cup draw tonight, Bruce. The FA Cup runs side by side with the main league teams. It's a free cup, no injury. It's a resurrection tournament, so any players hurt in the FA Cup do not count towards injuries of your players. Joining us this evening, I'm G. Coleman, I'm the regular host. You've also got the Waitrix, he's here every week, Monday night, 8:30. And joining us, popping his GCBC cherry, is Ceramol, who plays in Prem West, the lesser of the two conferences, West Side. It's a true story. And also he is an admin in Twitch Blood Bowl League. So thank you for joining us. Nice of you to pop by.
Right. But yeah, I mean, Saint sort of holds that team together. Really, there's not much else. I'm just really trying to skill up some other players, but it's quite hard because they die time. It's like you were saying earlier on about maybe taking some more apothecaries. And just have sort of like a rebuild season, but it's very hard to put that competitiveness to one side. Don't do that. And it's brutal as well in the Premiership. Some very good about.
No, agreed. Waitrix doesn't really know what you're talking about. Premiership seems a long way off for him.
Seems rather long off for you right now as well, right?
I'm not so sure about that.
I don't think you're gonna get your orcs there.
I'm in tier 2.
Yeah. Where in tier 2?
I don't know. If I win my match in hand, I will go second. Yeah, if I win my match in hand, I go second. It depends on the Oedipus Complex's result, so I might be third. But yeah, if I beat Farron, potentially I go second. So no.
Do you think you're gonna beat Farron?
Well, to be fair, I've been looking at this, so I'm playing him tomorrow night. It's a couple of things in my favour. First of all, Farron is still diseased by Nurgle. Second of all, at the moment, Farron's whole squad only has 2 Agility 3 players on the whole team. His ball carrier, his number 1 ball carrier, is now strength bust as well, and he's missing the game.
Yeah, I see that.
Playing tomorrow, Tector, at at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock tomorrow.
The ball carrier is still there though. He has the block sure hands guy.
Yeah, that one. But then he's only got 2 Agility 3 pieces, hasn't he? That are currently fit.
Yeah. The dirty player one is actually 2.
Yep. And the other one's a rookie. He's got block sure. I mean, admittedly, he's got a couple of nasty chorfs that I'm going to have to negotiate. And
yeah, and it's not that hard for him to buy more hobgoblins.
No, that's true. But I don't mind playing against hobgoblins. I just punch them in the face. run away from the chorfs. Punch the hobgoblins in the face until he's got only Agility 2 players left on the pitch.
How are your blackbirds going to run away from the chorfs?
Black Orcs are there to slow down the chorfs. They can die as far as I'm concerned. I last week I think I rolled less than 30 blocks again in an Orc mirror match and felt that I had the better of the game. It's just I don't play the normal orc style for the weight tricks. It's just weird. And it can't be that bad. I did take exactly the same setup to Premiership in Blood Bowl 1 as well. So
You shouldn't be too cocky though, Frank. You know why you got the win there.
weight tricks is a solid mid-table tier 3. What is this mythical place of which you speak? What, the Premiership, Bob? It's alright, some great coaches have never been to the Premiership. Waleed, B. Falcon, Charlie Banks. Fantastic coaches. Bob, Yak, weight tricks. You're in good company.
When was the last time you were in the Premiership, Scal?
Season 29?
And when you were playing?
What race?
Yeah.
Passing Orcs. Season 29? No, season 28. No, season 27. I lied. Season 27.
Is that just before the reset?
Yeah.
What was that?
Sorry, season 26 it was. It was the last season in Blood Bowl 1. I finished 5th that season.
Was that the season everyone keeps talking about that no one cared?
Okay, in season 25 I finished 2nd in Prem West. With my passing Orc team. And it was built on the same ideas. So what did I do? I had an ad pop up. Who does play normal Orcs anyway? Jimbo. Any successful Orc team really. Jimbo's playing very standard Orcs. I don't know if you had an ad pop up.
I think ads just pop up on Twitch.
Are we going to wrap it up after this game?
Yeah.
Because they've really been dragging out. Feels like.
Because there's not much action.
Might be.
I think this game is done.
Column defense in combination with the lack of removals.
Well, there's one.
Yeah.
You ask, and Nuffle
it's
will provide.
Hurt, though.
Oh, you're upset. We did have that one. That's 2 casualties the Chaos Dwarves were managing this whole game. It's pretty miserable, isn't it? When you've got those 2 claw pieces. Gee, I genuinely hope that. Was Lorenzo Duckwing match great? Oh no! Don't tell me that. To be fair, we covered a Twitch match of Lorenzo's last week. To be fair, so that's why I didn't want to go back there. AFE is the best division. What do you think about that, Waitrix?
Yeah, I've heard that actually a couple of times actually.
It's got the most dynamic racial mix, AFE. I think it's fair to say, isn't it?
Two halflings, 2 vamp. They have Amazons. They have pretty much a little bit of everything. I think there's 2 Kislev teams. Yeah, and ogres. 2 chores.
Oh, hello! He's going for the touchdown with a Chaos Dwarf. No one expects it. Oh, it didn't work. That was a great plan. He only needed the 4+, and a go for it. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh,
Brilliant that he's done that on turn 15. After all this half, when it's just been, I'm just going to go sideways. Now I'm going to hand off to Chaos Dwarf and try and score in turn 15.
As the high elves, you must dodge out with Elril and gaze the Chorf. Surely.
I'm really sad that he didn't get that. I really want. Oh, that would have been great. Do you think that's the play here? I think the play there is to try and blitz that dwarf. To be honest, onto the ball. I mean, to be fair, he has got a player down in scoring range as well.
Yeah.
Dirty Alex Archer. Dirty Alex Archer. Playing the game properly. How dare he?
Has a ignoring threat.
There was a match last week, wasn't there, where a Chaos team had to rely on a Minotaur throwing. In fact, it was Anton, wasn't it? He had to use his Minotaur to throw the ball, pick it up and throw the ball to get the tie against Robin Wood and the Merry Elves, I think it was.
That works, yeah?
It did work. They actually got the tie.
Wow, that's fantastic, isn't it? Those sort of things are amazing.
The Chaos team got absolutely smashed to smithereens. Anton's team did, so if you do have...
He
was playing Wood Elves.
Against Wood Elves?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just having a look at the...
so the Wood Elves did the bash-in.
Yeah.
And the Chaos did the
bullshit play.
Yeah?
Yeah, the bullshit play, yeah.
Yeah, seems legit.
Goats just want to have fun. I think it was free-range vegan hippies. The Chaos Dwarves had... broken jaw beastman, badly hurt beastman, broken neck beastman, smashed hip beastman, broken ribs beastman, and a badly hurt beastman with sure hands movement, blodge, and 2 heads. And there was a bucket load of KOs as well.
Brutal.
And the match finished 2-2. 5-5 on injuries. Wood Elves versus Chaos it was. 59 points in fouling. That didn't result in any injuries, the fouling, annoyingly. And in the Showboat Shield, the Chaos team managed to compile 74 points in the Showboat Shield. Quite ridiculously. Brilliant. Those are the games that you come to Blood Bowl for. I heard the admin in AFE is a bit substandard though. Waitrix, what do you think about that?
I don't really care what Frank thinks. I'm glad to be rid of him this season.
Oh, you spoilt that Waitrix with the winky. You should have just left that. You should have just left it sitting there. You got the cheap laugh.
Frank knows I'm just kidding.
Right, turn 16. There's a Chaos Dwarf free on this side, ready for the handoff again. That's the play, isn't it? Blitz this guy out the way and run it in with this chaff. That'd be great. Don't run in with a hobgoblin, that'd be boring.
Why not hand it off to the Bull Cantor instead?
Well, that's a good play as well. But that's boring play. We want to see.
That would level him up.
Look at this. When you don't need it, everything comes good. Tripwire, yes or no? What do you reckon? Double one into the end zone.
Doesn't need it. Movement 7.
So he is.
Yep.
Here he goes. He's picked it up. Here we go. We finally got a chaff on the board. Yay!
The question is, will Alex one turn?
Hello there, Snudger. Yeah, Snudger's team got smashed to ribbons last week as well.
He has the movement 9 sprint catcher.
Are we going to watch a one-turner? Could be. Do you risk the one-turner at this stage of the game, though? This is how players die. Oh, Jesus, Snudger. Dead. 3 deaths. Broken neck, a groin stain, and a serious concussion. Dead Chaos Warrior. Dead Blodge Guard Beastman. Dead Rackle Beastman. Broken neck on your Minotaur, that doesn't matter. That's pretty brutal. Of course, the claw mighty blow pieces. That's Midnight Mace. The claw mighty blow, and of course it's after I've already played Snudger this season. Gunlogs Norse trod on him. You're not the first person to have been trod on. Good evening, Kurgle. Nice of you to join us. We've just watched a Chaos Dwarf team grind it out for 8 turns after being 2-0 down at the half. It hasn't been the most interesting of games. Oh, the warrior died after failing a dodge. Oh, that's got to hurt as well. Right. Congratulations, Alex Archer. Is he even setting up for the one turn? He's not even setting up for the one turner, so we're going to come out of that. We're going to catch up with the results from around the league, and then we'll go off air. See what other games there were tonight.
You know it is, Gruff. You know that's the reason.
Oh, Robbo's winning 2-1. That's a Dark Elf mirror match there. Mighty Norse Tones versus Phoenix Foundation. That's from the conference. So yeah, that's Dark Elf mirror match that's going on right now. Earlier in the evening. Potato's going to potato lost to Marlin's Ballsackers 0-1. Turf Torpedoes got a 2-0 win against the Keepers of Corn. Comedy is Dead 1 versus Alessis' Fire Emblem Females 2-1 to the Amazons. Astral Cosmovites beat Lorenzo's Vampire team. The only team that Lorenzo I think has been able to beat this season is Halflings. From the conference, the Baddest Bashers 2, Rivendell Riders 0.
Lorenzo is top of the leaderboard.
I know, but it's nicer to talk him down. Just remind him how shit his throw was.
I'm guessing everyone else is a bit stoked that he lost the game, though.
Yeah. Who did he lose to? The Cosmovites. Oh, that's Kislev team as well.
Yeah, it's
coached by Duckwing. Okay. Stonker of a game. Holmrook Storm Boys and San Jose Chihuahuas finished 1-1. Flames of a Shut was finishing as we came on air. That was 1-0 to the Red Rock Dragons. Pink Birds won 3-0 against Asbadon Family. And Heavenly Golden Mountain won against Jumping Jacks, also from the conference. That rounds out the matches that have been played this evening. So thank you very, very much this evening. Congratulations, Kwai Piggy, for winning your first UKBBL game tonight.
Isn't Black Star Crusade Andy's team?
Lorenzo got a strength bus on his agility 5 blodging vampire. Sadly, the apothecary worked. It's a bit harsh. Sorry, what did you say, Sandy?
Isn't the Black Star Crusade? Isn't that Andy's team?
Yeah, what did I say that? Did I?
No, but they played Chainclaw Massacrist.
What, this evening?
Yeah, looking at the replays.
No, that was the one that disconnected.
Oh.
Is that the 2-0 one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the disconnected one. That finishes on turn 5. That'll be replayed. It was reset, that one was. Right. Thank you very much, Sarah Moore, for joining us this evening. I shall see you on Friday evening in a bar in York.
Yep, absolutely. I've decided to come up
on the Friday, yeah.
After last experience.
I'll ping my telephone number to you.
Cool.
On Discord. So you've got contact for when we get there. I'm going up with Thyrus and Jim, so